Hey everybody, it's day 25. I can hardly believe that it's been almost the full marathon. So I've got one day tomorrow, and that is the end of my 26-day marathon musing about conflict. I'm coming to you live today from the lacrosse field. So I'm here about to watch my youngest play in his first lacrosse game in nets, so that'll be cool. It's Mother's Day, busy day, and so I'm sneaking my video in between engagements. I wanted to talk today about something that somebody mentioned to me a couple of weeks ago, and I say a couple of weeks ago, but I often hear from people that we're so busy, we have to get this work out the door, we have to get this project going, we have to do X, we have to do Y. We don't have time. We don't have time for team building. We don't have time to do the work of building relationship. And they don't necessarily say it in that those exact words, but that's really what they're saying is we're so busy focused on the work that we need to get done that we're not working on the relationships that I think are paramount to supporting that work. And one of the first pieces of advice that I would give anybody starting a new venture, a new project, and the very first thing that I do when I start something new, whether it's a new work relationship, a new project, or even something that's not work related. I have an improv troupe, an all women improv troupe called Side Hustle. I have a little what I call my mystery gang. I decided last year that one of the things that I wanted to do last year was solve a mystery, Scooby-Doo style. So I brought together a little mystery gang. I have a psychic, I have a mystery writer, I have a filmmaker, I have a social worker, and we're investigating a long dead murder, 1941 murder, that's long considered to be unsolved, even though 2 people hung for it. So at the start of both of those ventures, even though these are just fun little volunteer, well, the mystery gang's a fun little volunteer thing I'm doing, Side Hustle is actually a professional venture, but whether it's something like that or something that is a new work project with maybe a new work team, or maybe people I've worked with forever but we're starting something new together, I always start with facilitating some discussion about what are the needs that each of us has, and how do we work together to make sure that they're met. How are we going to do this work in a way where we ensure that we're getting our needs met? And so those needs might be needs around the work, right? There might be some needs around whatever, feeling proud of the work, or ensuring that we meet our clients' needs, or having good professional reputation, or having good financial security, or successful project, or whatever. But there's also some relationship needs as well, like feeling valued and appreciated in the work team, feeling excited about coming to work, feeling like you can solve problems easily, feeling like the communication that you have with your team members is easy and comfortable. Those are all interests that we have that are both focused on the content of the work, or the context of the work, but also there are some pieces that are focused on the relationship as well. And you have to figure out, how do we meet all of those? And if you do that up front, you have that conversation first, and you have agreements around how you're going to do that, it's going to make the work go faster. It's going to make the work go more smoothly. It's going to save you time in the long run. And I hear so often from people, we don't have time, we're so busy. And yet I do believe that a lot of the time that people are spending, they're spending it on managing conflict, or or feeling frustrated with teammates, or frustrated with communication or whatever. And the more upfront work you can do in the area of building good relationships and building that trust that's so important in moving things forward efficiently and productively, the more you can do that, the more productive you're going to be, the more satisfied you're going to be, the easier the work is going to be to get done. And what I talked about yesterday, when you know what those needs are that have to be met, it's going to inspire inspiration, innovation, creativity. So not only are you getting the work done in a more productive and efficient way, in a way that feels good, you're also probably knocking it out of the park in terms of creativity and innovation. So I can't stress enough this encouragement that I have to make it your number one first thing that you do when you're starting something new, or if you're already well into the work with your team, to finding time to do this with your team, finding time to sit down and figure out how do we come up with some agreements that are going to make our work more satisfying, and that are going to help us to do all the things that we want to do as a team. So make it a priority, and it's I would say as much of a priority, if not even more, than the work you trying to get out the door, because it's so hard to get that work out the door if you don't have those good relationships. So don't wait till it falls apart and hire someone like me to come in and mediate, because by that time you've already wasted so much time and energy and stress and all that stuff, like I talk about in the course that I have coming up, and in the title of my course, How to Stop Losing Sleep Over Workplace Conflict. This is my number one tip: stop it before it starts, and making a priority the work of building good relationship before you have to manage conflict. Figure out how you're going to do that before it comes. So yeah, number one tip. Thanks for watching. Happy Mother's Day. You'll see me tomorrow for the last time in my 26-day marathon of musing about conflict. The course starts on Thursday. I have a few spots left, and I know there's a number of you thinking about it. But if there's somebody else that is just thinking about it for the first time, well, you can send me a note and let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, so happy Mother's Day.